All right, let's get it. Today's can hardly be counted a cold bath for me. Like, I get that little shock at first, but it's like 58 degrees water temp, and like 70 degrees air temp. But still gonna keep the streak. I just gotta get more water jugs that are frozen. I threw one in this morning, but I left it for really long, and then, the ice wasn't exactly making a ton of contact with the water, but yeah, we'll get it figured out. Anyways, know what's important. I think that that's kind of a misleading title, but it's simple, so I'm going to use it. I think that the bigger part is act like what's important. Plenty of us know what is important, like we're like, our loved ones are important, our health is important, but acting like that is very different. Because how many of us say, health is important? We know that it's exercise, we know that it's having a good diet, a good sleep. And then when it comes to time to exercise, we say, oh, we're tired. I don't got the energy today. And then we kind of do that frequently enough, and we're kind of hypocrites then, because we know that things are important, but we don't truly believe that they're important. And I think that that's a bigger part, is that you have to genuinely believe that they are important. Because think about it like this. You know that your loved ones are important to you. I'm assuming, at least. But if you don't actually act like they're important, they're probably not going to be around forever. I mean, they're not going to be around forever anyways, but they're not going to be around forever in your life, because let's say that you're married, and you don't treat your spouse like they're important. They're probably not going to want to be around you. And so it's really, there's a difference between knowing and acting. And I think that a huge part of that is belief, because when you genuinely believe that they're important, it's a different level of like, okay, they're important to me, so I have to do these actions because they're important to me, versus just knowing that they're important and kind of just blowing it off. And I think it's a huge thing for young people as well, to genuinely believe that that things are important. Because let's go back to health again. Let's say that in terms of working out, you want to have a good body. Plenty of young people get so caught in the mindset that they have so much time. And that is what we got when we're young. We have a lot of time. But when we take it for granted and don't actually utilize that time to our advantage, eventually we are going to die, and eventually we aren't going to be young anymore. And it's really easy to feel like we have all the time in the world when we're young, because it just feels like that. Our life hasn't gone on very long, so we're just, we feel like it's going to go on pretty much forever, but but it's not. And I think that it's really important for young people to realize that, because we aren't going to have all this time in this young body forever, and so we got to utilize it while we have it. And that comes from genuinely believing and then acting on it. Because we know that we're young, and eventually that we won't be young, but it doesn't feel like it. And that is why we don't probably take all the actions that we know that we need to take. And that's why it's that different level of between knowing and genuinely believing, like, okay, I have a lot of time right now, but I won't have it forever, and so I should use it. But I think that's my whole spiel. Know what's important to you. Genuinely make a list, and then, it takes time, but I think get it through to yourself that you have to believe it and really take the action. Because if you're out of shape, bad health, but you know that health is important, you keep saying, oh, health is important, I'll work out tomorrow. You're kind of putting it off. So is it really important to you? And that's why you need to really believe it. Believe that the people around you are important and act like it. Believe that you are important and act like it. But a lot of us don't do that. And so, kind of change that up for yourself. Man, it just is not cold in here. Like, it's cool. Honestly, this feels good. Like, I could just lay in here for like the entire day and feel perfectly content. But I'm gonna have to throw some more water jugs. I think if I have like 4 frozen water jugs and just throw them in here like 10-15 minutes before I get in, that would probably actually work really well. But I'll have to try it out, see how it goes, because it's already 70 degrees and it's like 10:30 in the morning, so man. It's getting hot. I don't handle anything above like 65 that well. When it's 65 degrees and sunny outside, that is perfect, but anything above that, ugh, it's too much. But know what's important and then genuinely believe it and act like it. But on that note, let's dunk. Oh yeah, it just feels good in here. Like, if a cold bath is just feeling good, that probably means it's not cold enough. Like, that's a good indicator. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's still keeping the streak going is a big part. But I hope you have enjoyed. Know what's important, believe it, and act like it, okay? And on that note, have a great day. Bye-bye.